What's happening, peoples? Welcome to day 7 of our learning from home. The focus of this video is going to be for my friends with no packet. That's no problem. We're going to do some ELA work together, and we're going to focus on creating questions about a text. So again, this video is for my friends who do not have their packet yet. If you do not have your packet, please make sure you're reaching out to me, Mr. Jones, so that we can get you taken care of. This video is also for anyone who wants a little bit of extra practice. Nothing wrong with that. To help you out today, you're going to need your reading response journal. I'm going to be using this book as my reading response journal. You will also need to grab one of your Scholastic articles. Specifically, we're going to look at our article titled, Look Both Ways, Elephants. So if you want to pause this video for a moment so that you can grab your reading response journal and your Scholastic article, go ahead and pause the video now so you can grab your materials. All right, so as we look at our reading response journal, again, I'm using this book as my reading response journal. I know yours looks a little bit different. We're going to set up our page today with a few pieces of information. As we know, we're always going to make sure that we get our full name at the top of our page. We're also going to make sure that we include the date. Today's date is the 25th. And then we're also going to make sure that we include the title of our text. In this case, Look Both Ways, Elephants. I'll put that on the next line right here. So, as we get ready to dive into a little bit of response work today, we're actually going to think about what we do before we even start reading. In this case, I want us to think about, if we may, some things that we know, some things that we want to know, and at the end, some things that we learn. So as soon as we grab a text, the first thing that I want to do is I want to think to myself, well, what am I probably going to be learning about or finding out about in this text? In this case, I see that there are elephants right here on this front cover. So I'm going to think to myself that this text is probably going to be mostly about elephants. So I'm going to write elephants right here in the center of my page. Okay? And then, as an excellent reader, I'm going to start to think about a few different topics. So I'm going to make a chart to help me show my thinking a little bit here. To make my chart, I'm going to draw two straight lines going straight down. Here's one here. And here's another here. So there we can kind of see I've separated my page out. And I have these three sections here like so, okay? Now one section I'm gonna label with the letter K. That's gonna be where I talk about things that I know about elephants. Here I'm gonna have a W for things that I want to know. And here I'm gonna have an L, that's gonna be my space where I jot down things that I learn at the end. Go ahead and pause the video if you'd like, so that you can look at this screen and set your response page up just like mine. So again, you want to get your full name, date, title, and then go ahead and set your chart up. Alrighty, so let's start off with our K section, things that we know. Now I'm going to use this video to talk about some things that I know. What you're going to be doing at home is you're going to be making this chart for things that you know about elephants. So don't think that you have to write exactly what I write. I'm just giving you all some examples. So some things that I know about elephants. I know they have large trunks. I also know that they are hunted. for their tusks. So those are some things that I know about elephants. Now I'm going to move to my section with my W. This is where I talk about things that I want to know. This is a really great section for me as a reader because it helps me start to think to myself, what do I want to find out as I'm diving into my article? So the things I would want to know. Where do elephants live? I think they live in Africa, but I'm not sure if that's the only place. So I would want to know for sure, where do they live? I might also want to know, how much do they weigh? The title of our article says, "Look both ways, elephants." I would have a question. What are they looking for? When I look at my cover, I might have an idea of what those elephants should be looking out for. But I'm going to write it down as a question here. What are they looking for? So now that I have some questions created, I'm going to be much more focused when I'm reading through my article, because now I'm not just reading words, but I'm reading with a purpose. I'm reading as if I'm a detective searching for clues, searching for treasure. Your job today is to create your own KWL chart. Jot down a few things that you know and a few things that you want to know. And then I encourage you to read the article on your own today, either on your own or with a family member. After reading the article, you can even come back and jot down a couple things that you learned in the L section. If you have any questions about the chart or about the article, feel free to hit me up on Dojo. Feel free to hit me on Google Classroom. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great day. Peace.